Good morning to all of you guys who made it in this morning. I know we partied pretty late last night into the evening. Welcome, welcome. I'd like to invite Brittany Brown up here. She is one of our awesome board members, and she's going to kick us off. But come on in, we'll get the doors closed, and we'll get started this morning. Just a little bit late. You were out late partying at the dance party with us as well. Brittany, you want to get us kicked off?
Okay, so good morning. So let's talk about the conference. I've met a lot of wonderful families, and I connected with some I knew and talked to via phone and Facebook. Facebook is great, but in person is so much better. This weekend, we shared a lot of laughs, tears, and gained new knowledge that we didn't have prior to coming on Friday. My two favorite things about this conference was interacting with all of the families and, of course, the dance party. Coming to Texas made me realize I need to learn how to line dance. So I have 18 months until the next one. So I debated a little bit on what to say to new families and to the vets. I wanted to end today with encouraging words, so I wrote a little piece for the few types of people we have here. I wanted to start with my single moms and moms that may feel single when taking care of their warrior. You can do it. I was a single mom for almost 11 years. I went through the cycle of, do I work? How will I pass this class when I was in college? And noodles again. I went through that, and I want to say you can get through it. The long nights at the hospital by yourself, you aren't alone. The depression, the anxiety, you aren't alone, but you can do it. Use the power of your child's love to power on. For me, there were many times I wanted to give up, and I wanted to throw in a towel, but I looked at her, and I knew I couldn't. Stay strong. One thing eventually is that you'll get over it. One thing about a hurdle is it may be hard to climb, but again, you get over it. I work 70 hours a week, not virtually, but I find time to be a mom. Swollen feet, exhausted, and literally talking in circles. Remember, you are incredible, and we're built tough. You can push on. To my parents in general, enjoy every moment. Set goals. Every week I set a goal for Amari. Just like you set goals for yourself, set them for your child. We set short-term goals for her and a long-term goal. One of our short-term goals recently was to go to the Van Gogh exhibit. She rolled in a parade, and since she's almost a teenager, we added a little bit of tint to her lip gloss. A long-term goal is to stay awake for my wedding this year. Is it achievable? Yes, but Mom has a lot to do with these doctors. To my dads, although you may not always know what to do to be a support, your strength is what carries the distance. Lay with your kids, massage their scalps, tickle their toes, spend those extra minutes at night. That helps. You have to be the silent strength that one can take from at a time of need, but to you, I say thank you for being what you don't know you are, and happy Father's Day. To the grandparents, sit back and enjoy the role, but be the rock your kids need to get through this. Everyone loves their parents, but it's something special about a grandparent that is so magical and uplifts kids. And lastly, to those that had to learn to love your warrior, the caregivers, aunts and uncles, cousins, friends, and whomever you may have, thank you. Know that sometimes you are a calming ear to listen, a shoulder to cry on, but you are sometimes that go-to for support. You have an amazing heart and hold a special place in heaven for the amazing love you possess. Overall, what we saw here this weekend is a village. You always hear about this village, and most look puzzled when people say that. But look around. This is your village. You have found your people. At 2 a.m., when you are struggling with constipation with your kiddo and Miralex is not cutting it, Facebook message or post in a group. We understand, and there will be someone to support you because they are either up due to the time zone or because they're dealing with seizures. Sending kind words in the group helps as well. You never know what the next person is facing. That family in the hospital with their child on life support that needs to read, "I love you just because." Spread the love. I thank all of you for another magical weekend, and I will probably see most of you on Facebook. So now, without further ado, I introduce Ruben's wife and Savannah's mom, Miss Tracy Dixon Salazar.
Nobody knows how to say it quite like you do, Brittany. Thank you so much. We're so lucky to have her on the board and a part of our community. And your words just really struck me and made me tear up a little bit. Savannah started seizing in 1995, and the LGS Foundation was founded in 2008. So we spent a good chunk of our journey all by ourselves. And I'm so happy to see so many new faces and new families here that are getting support right away from other families and getting the information they need directly from the doctors, directly from the caregiver experts. So thank you so much for being a part of this community. It has been an absolutely amazing weekend. And I just have to say happy Father's Day to all of the dads that came out here today. About 9 years ago, my husband, who is a former Marine, retired Marine and a retired police officer, stopped working and started taking care of our daughter. So he's officially her nanny. She's 29. He's a terrible nanny. He wants to make her drop and give him 20 push-ups. He wants to lock her in the dog crate because she's resisting, right? But he is such a good and loving father, and the two of her peas in a pod, they're upstairs. She's sleeping off the dance party from last night, which went well past 10 p.m. But the dads in our lives are just amazing. You guys take care of us, our families, and I just am so grateful that you chose to spend your Father's Day with us. And for those of you that are not LGS dads, thank you for spending your day with us as well and being here. We just could not do it without you, and we're so moved by everything that you do for our community. Before I go, we do have a little gift for our fathers, so if you haven't collected that yet, please do. They'll be sitting outside on the table, just some little something from our LGS families to you. So what a conference. These are just some pictures from yesterday. I mean, the highlight, I think, was the caregiver panel, as it was the day before. We talked about medical issues on the first day. Yesterday, we talked about LGS-associated disorders. And today, we have another caregiver expert panel. We'll be talking about school, home, and community issues. And sometimes the solutions aren't there. Science and medicine haven't solved them yet for us. And so it's another caregiver that can help you navigate the journey. But my favorite part has been seeing all the LGSers, our LGS loved ones running around, dancing, being themselves, having a seizure, resting it off, and popping right back up again to get back into the action. So thank you for bringing your kids and your adults here. We had more than 47 people with LGS at our conference, and it was just great to see you guys and hear you guys. I want to say congratulations to the people who won the Leader in LGS award last night. The people that are on this list, Darla Davidson, Kara Fox, and Fred Rodel, these have been incredible caregivers who have given their time and their energy and their effort to support other caregivers. All of them are ambassadors, and all of them have left such a huge and incredible mark on our community. We really would not be where we are today without them, and so many of them have mentored me in my journey personally, and so many of you. So I just want to say thank you to them. Let's give them a round of applause. They're probably not even in here. They're probably out there volunteering and getting work done. And then I also want to recognize our Leader in LGS Award for Zoogenics. We don't give this award very often to our industry partners, and it's not because we don't love them, but it's because there are very few that are really leading the way by example, that come in and sit down with us from the very beginning, before they ever start thinking about working with our community, and really listen to what we need. And Zoogenics has been that company. And so I just want to say thank you again to them for everything that they've done, for sponsoring this conference, for creating our incredible siblings program. There are still VIP sib kits out there. Please go get them and take them home to your siblings. We do not want to take them home with us, so please take them home with you. And thank you for coming in and creating an incredible medicine that did get FDA approval this year. And most importantly, thank you for listening to our community and helping us to move forward faster, but together. Thank you. Just a quick housekeeping things. Remember, checkout today is at 11 o'clock. You will get a break before then, a little bit longer, so you can go check out. You can store your luggage at the bell desk. And if you are getting a ride share like Uber or Lyft, the pickup is not in the front lobby. It's actually in the tour bus lobby, so just to let you guys know. And if you need any help with anything, please don't hesitate to ask someone who works at the hotel here or one of our team members. We do want to hear from you, so if you can scan with your camera this barcode and open it up in your browser and take the survey of how you liked this conference, we want to hear it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like, we want to know what you think of Texas. Tell us. Tell us what you thought of the conference, what were your favorite parts, and this barcode, this QR code will be up. So thank you. Let us know how we did and how we can make it better, and share your good news with us and let us know how we can do better. Last giveaway, if you have a green star on your badge, please don't hesitate to go over to our LGS table and pick up one of your prizes. Though some of them are shown here. And if you didn't win a prize this year, hopefully coming to this conference was your award as well. And I'll give you a big hug if you need it. But thank you guys for coming for all of our giveaways. So as we think about the LGS Journey Roadmap, I know we've barely touched the surface here. We talked a lot about seizures and safety on day one. We talked a little bit about sleep and behavior and mobility and feeding and taking meds yesterday, but barely touched the surface. And today we get to spend even less time on something that impacts our lives every single day, which is our home, school, and community issues. But I just want to say that this is just the beginning of the conversation. We're all committed to continuing the conversation online. We're branching into TikTok so we can start getting educational information out there for you. And every one of the panelists that you saw here, we want to bring back so that you can learn more, get those on videos, get them on YouTube so that you have that information at your fingertips. We truly believe that LGS is tough, but finding the information that you need should not be. And so bringing the experts together to record in a very short amount of time. None of us have time for an hour-long webinar. It's like, tell me what you know in like 10 minutes, please, right? Getting that online for you guys and starting the conversation and then referring you out when you need more information. With that, I'm going to introduce our first speakers. We had really hoped to have these two wonderful people on the first day when we were talking about treatment, but we are more than lucky to have them today. We're going to be talking about surgery in LGS. Dr. Scott Perry here from Cook Children's, one of our all-time favorite doctors to work with. I'm sure it will be equally informative as it will be entertaining. He's always that way. And then right after he speaks, Dr. Porter she's back. She came back for a second day. She was here on the first day to talk about deep brain stimulation, or DBS, and also responsive neurostimulation, RNS, and LGS.